the unseen visitor. In the quaint town of Maple Creek, nestled between dense woodlands and whispering hills, the old Hemlock Mansion stood abandoned, a brooding silhouette against the twilight sky. Rumors of its haunting had long been whispered among the townsfolk, speaking of an unseen visitor who roamed its derelict halls. Jenna, a young journalist with a penchant for the supernatural, was drawn to the mansion's mysterious allure. Her ambition was to uncover the truth behind the rumors, to pen a story that would finally lay the town's fears to rest. Armed with her camera, voice recorder, and a flickering flashlight, Jenna stepped into the mansion on a foggy autumn evening. The door creaked ominously behind her, as if sealing her fate. Inside, the air was thick with dust and decay, the silence a stark contrast to the life she imagined once filled the grandiose halls. She wandered through the mansion, her footsteps echoing, capturing images of the crumbling grandeur. Paintings stared down at her from the walls, their eyes following her every move. She felt a chill, a sense that she was not alone, but she pressed on, determined to uncover any hint of the supernatural. As night deepened, strange occurrences began. Doors slammed shut, trapping her within the bowels of the mansion. Cold drafts whispered through the halls, carrying with them faint, disembodied whispers. Jenna's heart raced, but she recorded everything, convinced that these phenomena were the key to her story. In the heart of the mansion, she found the library, its shelves laden with dusty tomes. In the center, a diary lay open, as if waiting for her. The entries were written by Elizabeth Hemlock, the last resident, who spoke of an unseen visitor, a presence she felt but could never see. The entries grew increasingly frantic, ending abruptly with a final, scrawled plea for help. Jenna's skin prickled with fear. The temperature plummeted, her breath misting in the air. She sensed something behind her, a presence overwhelming in its intensity. She turned slowly, camera raised, but there was nothing, only the oppressive feeling of being watched. Determined to escape, Jenna retraced her steps, but the mansion seemed to warp around her, rooms looping back on themselves, staircases leading to dead ends. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony that seemed to mock her panic. In a final, desperate attempt, Jenna found herself in the grand hall, the front door tantalizingly within reach. But as she approached, the unseen visitor made itself known. Objects levitated, hurled towards her by invisible hands. The air crackled with a malevolent energy, and in her heart, Jenna knew the mansion did not intend to let her leave. She screamed, a plea for mercy to a force she could not comprehend. Then, from the shadows, a figure materialized, a spectral woman, her eyes hollow with despair. Elizabeth Hemlock, trapped in an eternal torment, bound to the mansion by her own fear and the malevolent entity that had claimed her. Jenna understood in that moment that the mansion was a prison, the unseen visitor not just a spirit, but a curse. She did the only thing she could think of. She offered the diary to the apparition, acknowledging Elizabeth's pain, her story. The mansion trembled, as if in the throes of an earthquake. A blinding light filled the room, and Jenna felt a force propel her forward. She crashed through the front door, tumbling onto the overgrown path as the mansion groaned and shuddered behind her. As she looked back from the safety of the outside, Jenna saw the mansion collapse in on itself, as if being consumed by an invisible maw. When the dust settled, there was nothing left but a pile of rubble. Jenna's story of the Hemlock Mansion, her evidence, and the dramatic conclusion of her encounter became the talk of the nation. But she never forgot the unseen visitor, Elizabeth's spirit, or the night she came face to face with the otherworldly. She had sought a story, but instead, she had become part of the mansion's final chapter, breaking the cycle of fear and setting free the souls trapped within its walls.